is not about the benefits or the importance of English language, even though it is your English teacher who gave you the topic. So first things first, you need to understand the instructions carefully. Second, you and your friends need to present this information in class. Now, you highlight the word present this information in class. So the scenario of which you have to write is the scenario in an English class, meaning a student's presentation. Now, most of you, all of you basically, most of you, most of not all, most of you wrote regarding how to celebrate National Day generally. Malaysians usually celebrate National Day by going to Dataran Merdeka. Malaysians usually celebrate National Day by decorating the house and the cars with flags. But how do you present those information in class? See the difference? So that is where most candidates could not or did not answer this task very well. Now, how do we know? So now it comes back to the question, teacher, how do I ensure that what I'm writing, how I'm answering is fulfilling the requirement of the task? Let's look at the instruction. Present this information in class. Present. Now, let's look at the question. Have you finished your homework? Okay, online. I know that you already had an idea of what to present. Second word using present, the verb present. Next, the third body paragraph. Okay. As for me, to be honest, I have no idea of what to present. Third time, mentioning the word present. So hence, the verb that you need to apply, the verb which you need to use is present. Now then again, following the instruction, present this information in class. Present this information in class, meaning that it is a student's presentation in class. Okay? So if you look back at your email, how did you present your information? Take note of that. Is it general statement? If it's general, but it doesn't indicate that you're doing a presentation in class, then it is a big no-no. Okay? It is not fulfilling the requirement of the task. Now, when you look at the task, present this information in class. Okay, if you look at the question, you will be saying, okay, for example, for this one, you'll be saying, I will present about this. And then you have to suggest 2 points to Emilia. Emilia, I suggest you present, firstly, you present about this. Secondly, you present about this. Present. Where is the varied vocabulary? No evidence of varied vocabulary. In order for you to gain a higher band for language, you have to show variety of vocabulary. Very simple, variety. Now, the question here is present. So, right now, you have to understand the situation is a presentation in class, students' presentation in class. So, try to remember of verbs, kata kerja, which is relating to students' presentation in class. What do students usually present in class? Macam mana? How? Let's list them down. For example, let's not waste time. For example, okay, present. The word present. This is obviously from the question. So you'll be answering, I am going to present. My idea is I plan to present about traditional clothes or traditional attires, Malaysian traditional attires. You use the word present. So, I have 2 suggestions for you, Amelia. Firstly, you can talk about A, contohnya. Secondly, you can explain about B, contohnya. So from there, from the examiner's point of view, the first part you use the word you are going to present. Second, you're giving a suggestion of you can talk about this. And then secondly, you can explain about this. From this simple information, it shows that you as a candidate, you have varied vocabulary. So hence, you have the chance to gain higher band for language. No matter whatever your sentence structure is, how it's going to be. This is one of the ways, survival skills, for you to gain higher band in language. Because you have to understand, some of us, we are not blessed with perfect language, sentence structure, and all those things. So how do you score? How can you score? By having all this varied vocabulary. Simple ways. Instruction says present this information in class. List all the words which is relating to present, such as present, talk about, explain, share, and show. Now, for those of you who plan to use the word, can you see? Because I'm here. So you can see clearly. Okay, alhamdulillah. So for example, if you use the word show, for example, you can create a TikTok video on Malaysian, how Malaysia celebrate National Day. But then again, you are saying you can create a TikTok video. Come back to the scenario of the task, present in class. So how do you plan to show? How do you plan to show this TikTok video in class? Explain. If you don't explain, you don't use the word verb, you don't use the verb, you can show the a video of how Malaysians celebrate National Day. You can create a TikTok video to make it interesting. Then it is clear. But if you just say create a TikTok video without indicating how to present this TikTok video in class, then it won't be accepted. Faham? So first things first, darling, is for you to use to understand the scenario on what you should be answering to. This scenario to Emilia is in student's presentation. So again, understand the instruction, kena faham, kena highlight keywords so that you gain focus when you receive your question paper. And then once you have understood the scenario, list down the verbs, kata kerja that is synonymous with the one in the instruction, and that can gain you higher band for language. Simple way. Okay? Okay. Now, this is it. Now, this is the part where you use the word suffice. Now, suffice, this is the part which is rarely being used by common candidates. Again, as I mentioned, there are some of us where you have good language, but you couldn't get a 5+ for your language. Kenapa? Teacher, I have comfortable language. When I read your email, it was an easy read, but I can't reward you a band 5+ because there's nothing special in your words. Faham? So it's like all those words that you use in your email are just common words which are used by candidates. So how do I gain that 5+ marks, teacher? By adding, as I say, adding a few here and there, sayings, idioms, or even vocabulary which is rarely used by candidates. Inshallah, that will gain you a higher band for language. So you know, for example, you know you're good in your language, but I want to get a band 5+ for my language. So hence you get that low frequency words in your email. Rather than using the words as simple as enough, which is commonly used by candidates, you use the word suffice. Okay, now this is the part where I say survival skills 101. You don't have to remember all the bombastic words in the world. Just remember around 5 or what, and then you use it in the same words in speaking task. You can use the same words in email, tapi jangan ada the same words in email and in essay. Email, think of a few words and then put it in email. Think of a few words and put it in essay. Survival skills 101. Okay, yang penting kena ada a few words to indicate that rather than getting a low band 3, you get a mid band 3 ke high band 3 for your language, because each one mark is very important, because we've got a lot of students, candidates, where band 5 is a 220, they got 219. 220 to get a band 5, tapi they got 219. Sakit hati kan? Katakanlah band 4 is 180, they got 179. So trust me, that feeling is like so sakit hati. I even had students yang lagi 3 markah to get masuk to band 6 lah, to get to a band 6, 3 more marks to go to a band 6. Semua ni sangat-sangat sakit hati. So this is the part where I say each mark counts. Each one mark counts in your maths. So far so good? Okay, let's move on. So that would be reading and understanding the instruction. Please do excuse me because this is government's property, and this government's property is pretty slow. Hilang terus. Move. See how slow it goes from okay. So this is instruction. Instruction is good. So we move on to this part. It's so used to touch screen, you wish you can just slide it. Then don't fall asleep on me yet. Okay. Okay, now while waiting for it to recalculate or loading, so this is the part where, if you look at this part, okay, now we go through answering the question. Now, this is the part where from, subject, the heading, and what is this? It's frustrating. What is this? Okay, now let's do this. Okay, now let's do this. So this part, from and subject. So basically from and subject. Now some of you wrote from Patsy. Okay, Alhamdulillah. And some of you were cute enough writing like Patsy the blur lah, Patsy whatever email yang you put. That was very creative and very cute. Thank you. It was entertaining. But then again, some of you also wrote subject. Lepas tu kosong. Kan? Ada yang tulis subject and then kosong. So this is the part where I say it's either you write from and subject or you don't at all. Such a meaning what I meant by you don't at all is you just write hi Amelia, dah cukup. Because writing from and subject for email are optional. Other okay, tada pun okay. Faham? So if I were you, personally, if I were you, tada kan. Just tulis hi Emilia. Because sometimes you never know. Contohnya, I got some candidates, some of my own students. Kat sini dia tulis, contohnya, Firas. Salah. Tapi kat sini dia tulis Patsy. You understand? Or some of you tulis, sini Patsy, tiba-tiba sini Firas. So it's like, to be safe, at least you write hi Emilia. To be safe. This is one way to be safe. Okay? So again, from and subject is either you write or you don't. It all depends on you. Dapat extra mark ke teacher? Ada, okey je. Hukumnya adalah harus sahaja. Bukannya wajib berguna. Tidak. Okay, so now let's look at the question. Hi Patsy, by Emilia. So that means you, even though you are the boy Firas, you are Patsy. Do you understand? So this is about whomever that is written here. Hi Patsy ke, hi Michael ke, you are the female. But when you answer your email, you are Michael. So that is what it means. So most of you write your own name. It's cute, but then most of you write your own name. But then again, you should answer based on the questions given to you, not based on your own knowledge. Okay? So if it's hi Patsy, so that means you sign off with by Patsy. So this is you. Now, you people are young. Your eyes are still okay, except for those who are wearing glasses. Again, your eyes are still okay. However, Patsy is being said as P-A-T-S-Y. I've got so many writing it as pasty. P-A-S-T-Y. And I'll be like, pasty? But that is still okay. It's understandable. The worst that I got was pastry. P-A-S-T-R-Y. And I was like, confirm budak ni lapar. It's like roti kan. So you people are, these MPM people, people, they intentionally write weird names such as this because itulah lagi pastry and all those words. So yeah, please, you people are young, make sure that it is focused. Now, you notice in your email that I've written to you that that is O, 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B. What does those mean? Now, if you look at the questions, darling, how was your weekend? This is 1, 2, 3, 4 paragraphs. 4 paragraphs. So when you respond to the email, you should also indicate 4 body paragraph, not one whole body paragraph. No. If they give you 5, you respond with 5 body paragraphs as well. Do we understand? Okay, now O means the opening of your answer. Hi, Amelia. Ada hi, Amelia. You got a simple O there. Now next, as you can see here, on your right later on in your exam, these are the notes which you should be responding to. This is how you should be responding to. Now, 1, this is body paragraph 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, take note. In the question, if you look at the question, ada soalan ke? It's okay, Faris. This is recorded. So later on, you can rewatch it again. Okay? Not a problem. Not a problem. Okay, just to see what you can. Okay, now let's look at this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, 4 body paragraph, 4 body paragraph. Yeah, each answer. 5 plus 6, you follow it. You follow the sequence. And there must be a space in between the body paragraph. This is for aesthetic value as well as a good first impression to the examiner. Now let's look at this one. How was your weekend? 1A, which means if you answer this correctly, it is a clear 1A. Did you go shopping with your mom? 1B. A and B indicates questions that you need to answer. However, if you notice, there are 3A1 and 3A2. Why isn't it 3A and 3B, teacher? Because let's look at paragraph 3. It says here, can you help me as I want to do well for this project? Suggest 2. It is 3A1 and 3A2 because it is our suggestions, not 2 different questions. Do you understand? Kalau yang ni, 1 question, second question. A and B. Yang ni 2 suggestions of the same question. 2 answers of the same question. So hence it is 3A1 and 3A2. Faham? Okay, let's move on to the first one. How was your weekend? Sayang, take note of the question. How was your weekend? Is it supposed, when you answer, is it supposed to be in the present tense or in the past tense? Exactly. Most of us wrote it in the present continuous tense, which is wrong. So as you can see here, how was your weekend? How was? These are simple details which candidates miss out. So how was your weekend? So simply as my weekend was great. If your answer is going great, that is present continuous. You're not answering it well. So in terms of language, markah akan ditolak. Akan kurang. So how was your weekend? It must be in the past tense. So if you need to answer it clearly, how was your weekend? My weekend was great. My weekend was boring. My weekend was amazing. Full stop. Did you go shopping with your mom? No, I did not go shopping with my mom. Full stop. Do you think you can get a band 5 plus like that? No, that is just basic marks which you will be getting, which is a band 3 marks jerk. So how do we get that band 5 plus, teacher? How was your weekend? It was amazing. Explain. Why is it amazing? Explain in detail until when we read it, we can see it was amazing. You need to explain until it's enough. Tak semestinya berjela-jela sampai satu soalan tu je one whole page. But it's only going to annoy us as well. Okay? So this is the part. You explain how great was it. My weekend was amazing because for the first time in forever, I tasted Korean food. My family and I went to Duboyo restaurant in Mid Valley and it was amazing. Nah, cukup. I miss eating dubuyu actually, that's why I'm mentioning it. Okay, so how was your weekend? So explain. If you say it's boring, don't just tell us it's boring. Explain to us why is it boring, until when we read that sentence, when we read your explanation, we can see, oh kesian budak ni, memang boring. So explain, suffice. The word keyword here is enough, so that when we read it, there are no more questions in our head. Faham? Now next, did you go shopping with your mom? Now in the notes, you're supposed to answer no. If you were to say, yes, of course, we went to Mid Valley to go shopping and buy my brother's uniform. Are you answering to the task? Even though your language is good, however, but then again, you did not fulfill the task, you're supposed to answer no, but you answered yes. Unfortunately, you don't get your 1B marks. So you're supposed to be answering, did you go shopping with your mom? Yes, I did go shopping with my mom. But then again, will you be getting high band? Of course not. You need to explain. Explain further. We went to, I don't know, because Mid Valley is nearby my home and I always go to Mid Valley. We went to Mid Valley and we had a whale of a time. Whale of a time. Wow, candidate jarang guna kataan tu, whale of a time. Meaning that exciting time. Gunakanlah. Okay, you have to understand you're responding to emails. So we have to start finding phrases which indicate mundane rather than using my weekend was boring. Boring is such a boring word which is commonly used by candidates. So there is another word for boring which is mundane. So when you're able to use that word, full stop, hands down, higher band for language. Simple words yang sangat common every day, boring. There's another word, mundane. Senang-senang sahaja dapat markah lebih for your language. So when you say, did you go shopping with mom? No, I did not. And explain why you did not. My little brother unfortunately falls sick. Explain. Okay? Okay. Now next, so that is your 1A and 1B marks. Move on to the second body paragraph. Second body paragraph, have you finished your homework? Ramai yang tak menjawab. Okay, so because agaknya soalan yang sangat biasa, so most of you didn't answer. So have you finished your homework? So it depends. You want to say yes or no? So the notes just say tell Emilia, so tak ada apa-apa. So have you finished your homework? It's either that you're supposed to answer no, supposedly. You can answer yes on the way, either or. But then again, to get higher band, why haven't you finished your homework? If you answer yes, why did you manage to? How did you manage to for your homework? So and then another thing here, have you finished your homework? Of course I have. And then that's it, full stop. I have. Of course I have is referring to what? Even though memanglah dalam soalan ada tulis have you finished your homework and you are just answering to it, yeah, of course I have. But in an exam, in maths, that is not specific enough. That is vague meaning. So hence, even though to you are answering to the question, but to us, the examiners, you are not fulfilling the task. So kena jawab specifically. No, I did not manage to finish my homework. No, I did not finish my homework. Yes, of course I finished my homework. I kena jawab dengan jelas. Dan kena ada homework specifically clear. Do you understand? Okay, so explain why and how you have or have not finished your homework. Next, so this would be 2A. This would be 2A. Now, I know that you already had an idea of what to present for our English language. Please share with me. Now, another keyword, another way on how we are able to get higher band for language and task fulfillment here is you need to acknowledge all statements, phrases, and questions in the email. Contohnya, I know that you already had an idea of what to present for our English language project. How can you respond to that statement? Boleh juga. How are you so sure, Emilia, that I already have an idea? She's responding to it and she can gain higher band for task fulfillment. Cara lagi, how else can we answer it? Oh, you know me too well, Emilia. Of course I have an idea on what to present. Suka hati anda lah. Askar korang respond. You understand? Of course I have an idea. Yes, you're right. I do have an idea because I asked for my brother's help. My mom helped me with the school project. However, as long as you respond to this, walaupun soalan dia, the one that you should be fulfilling here is you share your idea by telling Emilia, my idea to present for our English language project is this one. Okay. Itu menjawab soalan. Tapi that is only perhaps a band 5 punya jawapan sahaja. To get a band 5 plus, you respond to this. I know, yes, how did you know that I already have an idea? Faham? So each phrases, walaupun tak specifically indicate, but when you are able to respond to that, insyaAllah that can elevate your marks to a band 5 plus. It can be justified. So of course I know, and please share with me your idea on what to present, your own idea. Most of you wrote it as we can present this, we can do this, we can do that. But then again, Africa menyatakan it is a group work or a prayer work. It is here in the second part, it is saying that your idea to present in class, your own idea. For example, I plan to present regarding traditional attires in Malaysia and explain why you want to present that to gain higher band for task fulfillment. Faham? Okay, so that is it. So we have, for this one, we have 2A, have you finished your homework? First question. We have 2B, you share your idea with Emilia. 2B, but then again, to gain extra marks for task fulfillment, you respond to, I know that you already have an idea, and hence that is higher band for band 5 or band 5 plus. Understand? Okay. Now next, we move on to part 3. As for me, to be honest, I have no idea of what to present on how we celebrate our National Day. But the question for 3A1 and 3A2 here is, can you help me as I want to do well for this project? And in the notes, suggest 2 ideas to give Emilia. Now, if you refer back to your own email, how did you do? How did you respond? Most of you explained regarding how Malaysians celebrate National Day generally, without having the idea on how you present those information in class punya scenario, okay? So hence, most of us did not get your 2B, 3A1 and 3A2 punya markah. Ramai yang tak dapat. Betul tak? Okay, so now we know. But then again, the question comes from here. Does that mean you can ignore this phrase? You can ignore it if you don't want to get a band 5 or 5 plus. Okay, understand? But here I'm telling you how to get that push to get a band 5 and 5 plus. So I have no idea of what to present on how we celebrate our National Day. How can we respond to Emilia? How can we acknowledge that phrase? Macam mana kita nak jawab? No, the sentence, Emilia, I have no idea of what to present on how we celebrate our National Day. How can we respond to that to gain our band 5 or 5 plus? I beg your pardon? Okay, yeah. I'm sorry, Emilia. It's unfortunate that you have no idea on what to present. Okay? Asalkan awak respond. It's okay, Emilia. It's okay to not have any ideas on what to present for the first time. You have to respond. Okay? That is the difference between a band 4 dengan 5 dengan 5 plus punya email. Band 5 dengan 5 plus, they responded today. It's okay, Emilia, to not have any idea in the beginning. Okay? Perhaps after this, you can do some research, online research or Google. You explain further. Don't worry. Can you help me? Of course I can help you. And then you give your first 2 suggestions. So if you're able to respond, walaupun ini bukan the 3A, ini 3B, walaupun it's not, because this is not a question. This is just a phrase. This is just a statement. Pernyataan daripada Emilia je. That is why it is not 3A, 3B. Tak ada. You're supposed to focus on this. But it doesn't mean that you can just simply ignore. Because our target here is for us to get the highest band that we deserve, which is a band 5 or 5 plus. So in order for us to do that, I'm going to come back to the basic. In order for you to gain the highest band that you can get is where you respond, menjawab, you acknowledge all statements and question. This is just a statement from Emilia. It's not a question. It is not 3A. But it's still, when you answer this, you can get that special marks for 3 for higher band. Understand? So be smart. I have no idea of what to present. It's okay to not have any ideas in the beginning and all those things. Okay? Clear? So, can you help me as I want to do well for this project? There is this phrase, I want to do well for this project. Band 5 or 5 plus, they will use this phrase. They will reuse this phrase again. Of course, I will always want you to do well in your project as well. Meaning that you're responding to what Emilia is giving you. So, and then these are my 2 suggestions on what you can do, what you can present in class. And then you give your 2 suggestions. Firstly, you can talk about. Secondly, you can explain about different vocabulary to indicate higher band for language. So simple. Okay, so we have our 3A1 and 3A2 for 2 suggestions, but at the same time, we acknowledge the statement given and hence to gain a higher band. So far, so good? And lastly, honestly, I am very worried. Can you ignore? Yes, you can. But then again, we want to target highest band. So how did you respond to this? Honestly, I am very worried. As simple, don't worry, Emilia, I am here to help you. We are besties anyway. Ha, ha, ha. Contohnya. Okay. Teacher, can we do that? Boleh. This is informal email. You're not writing to your boss. Boss kena fired. So this is an informal email. You can make it fun. You can entertain the examiner. Of course, don't be worried. I will always be there to help you, even though you stole my boyfriend. Ha, ha, ha. Just to entertain. This is the part, your how shall we say it? Your clever ways on how you can attract the examiner's attention. If I were me, now if I'm the examiner, I'm marking macam pukul 4 pagi tengah tu kan. Even though you stole my, I will be like fresh. What? You understand? So those are the things psychologically you can play with the examiner's mind to attract the examiner, to influence the examiner to, in a way, be more lenient. Because trust me, in 200 scripts, what makes your script special and stand out? Because basically everybody writes the same thing. We are reading 200 scripts of the same thing. So whenever we see an email response or something which stands out compared to the other 199 scripts, obviously, hands down, 4 a.m. Interesting. I'll give you higher band for that. You understand? Because examiners, we are human after all. So if you were to say, oh God, don't be worried, Emilia, I will always help you, even though you stole my boyfriend, ha ha ha, hands down, obviously, task fulfillment you made. And as I say, you win, because every examiner has different views. Malah tahu tiba-tiba betul-betul dia punya lelaki kena ambil orang. You never know how life works. So this is the part where I am very worried, so you answer it. Find your own niche. Find a niche here, find your own specialty on how you think you can attract the examiner's attention, especially email. Understand there will be millions, there will be hundreds of candidates. Let's say one examiner had 200 scripts. So what makes your essay or your email, what makes your email stand out from the other emails? By using varied vocabularies, by using this is informal, by making it funny, by making it sarcastic, cynical. What makes it stand out? If you look at the question, there's no limit. If you look at the question, it says here at least 100 words. Sekurang-kurangnya 100 patah perkataan. It doesn't say maximum 100 words. So you cannot, not to say you cannot as long as you can, not to say janganlah panjang-panjang, annoying juga. The key word here is suffice. Cukup, mencukupi. Okay, it doesn't have to berjela-jela, because if it's ramblings, it's annoying. But if it's just enough, we love this. Okay, now next, any other questions? Tiras asked, is there a limit to the essay, to writing an email? There's no limit. It says here at least 100 words only. So you can write as long as you want, but not too long. Okay? Now, honestly, I am very worried. So you respond to this and you will be getting higher band for task fulfillment. Do you think we can meet up? Yang ni ramai yang tertinggal. So look at the sentence. Do you think we can meet up so that I can ask you more questions? As you can see from this one sentence, there are 2 questions. Do you think we can meet up? 4A. So that I can ask you more questions? 4B. Ramai yang hanya menjawab 4A, which is definitely we can meet up. I'll meet you at Starbucks at 2 p.m. contohnya. But most of you forgot, so that I can ask you more questions. So ramai yang ketinggalan 4B. So if you have good language, contohnya, you have, let's just say as simple as you have effectively replied and acknowledged all the questions and statements by Amelia. But then again, tiba-tiba kekurangan 4B je pun, which is, can I ask you more questions? You deserve a band 5 plus. But because you miss out on one, you couldn't get your band 5 plus. Itu yang ruginya. So that is why we have the O, 1A, 1B to justify why this candidate deserves a band 4, 5 or 5 plus. So band 5 plus, you have to fulfill all requirements of the question. And number 2 is tak ada silap lah, band 5 plus. And then we've got a good email, tapi it is not a band 5 plus punya email because dia tak ada low frequency words. So low frequency plays a huge role in getting that band 5 plus punya language marks. Okay? So do you think we can meet up? Of course, the answer is definitely. So like I can ask you more questions. So you can ask me as many questions as you want, Amelia. I'm always here, ever ready to be to help you. Okay? And then let me know soon. Hope to hear from you soon by Patsy. Not pasty, Patsy. Okay? And then you're done. It is only 25 minutes. So inshallah, if you understand how simple it is for you to get marks for email, essay, it is beyond my control. It depends on your knowledge and your own vocabulary. But email, it is within my control to show you on how we are able to easily score to gain the high band 4, 5 or even a 5 plus. Simple, isn't it? So later on, I'm going to give you sample emails of band 5 and band 5 plus, and you can compare your email with the band 4 and 5 and 5 plus. I'm not going to give you a band 4 masa je. I'll give you 5 and 5 plus samples only. Now, while at it, have you understood it well? Okay, it's either or. If you think that, okay, I have understood and I want to improve, you can write another email with the same question and to see whether you have improved or not, because I will only give you another email after your PSPM, after I have written your essay and everything else, so that then we can continue. But in the meantime, you feel that, rasa macam boleh buat better ni, use the same email and try to answer it, and you can give it to me. Okay? Any questions? So far, so good? Now that you have understood, it's easy, isn't it? There will be some parts like, asal aku tak nampak macam tu. Yes, Firas. I beg your pardon?
The question pattern is the same as this one.
Yeah, question patterns are basically almost the same. They will give you brief information such as this, and then the notes such as this. This is basically, this is the pattern. They won't be giving you long emails for you to read and respond to. No. So that is why the second email that I gave you later, it is going to be more questions as well. So then you will see the pattern. Any other questions? So yeah, remember there are 4 paragraph lah anda tulis. Kalau 5 lah anda tulis. Okay? So if there are no questions, remember yang paling penting, hi kat sini. Siapa-siapa hi kat sini, itulah anda. That's my son. Yeah, I need to respond. Mama has class. Where are you now? Okay. I'm coming home. Okay. Mama has class now. Hi. Sorry. Anna, I'm sorry. My phone is on silent, but emergency bypass, my parents, my husband, and my son. And I'm silent. So if you were to call me, it will be like silent. It's my son, and he's left home alone. So if there are no, as you can see again, at least 100 words. So you can write as long as you want, but not too long, please. Because first impression of exam, panjangnya when you receive a script. That is telling you from an examiner's point of view. So any other questions? If there are no questions, I beg your pardon? Oh, okay. That is the question. Just now I mentioned that you can use the word ha ha ha. Can you write LOL? No. You have to understand. The examiners, we are oldies. We don't really understand your language. RN la, RT la, whatever. SMS language, no. Be safe. Ha ha ha. That's good. Okay? Apa bagaimana? Oh, itu semua orang tua tahu. As soon as possible. If you're a mom, you know. You're dad, you know. Every parent would know ASAP. Any other questions? Okay, if there are no questions, please refer to your Telegram. Do not forget to sign in your attendance. We have the exit survey and course evaluation. Salah. Please refer to your Telegram. This is MS10. Okay, exit survey and an end of course evaluation. Previously, for entrance survey, you answered 1 or 2. So for exit survey, it's just either 3 or 4 only. So these are the 2 surveys which you need to answer. That's it. And then you're good. So again, as I mentioned, I'll return the essay to you, and after PSPM, right after PSPM, a few days after you have settled down at home and everything, we are going to have intensive classes, but our intensive classes are not going to be mass, MS9, 10, 11, 12 at the same time. I don't like that because you may be too shy to ask. So I'm going to focus on individual classes. And besides, no lecturers want you anyway after that. It's only me. So you people are all mine. We're going to have intensive classes. Just if you can't make it, because I know when you're at home, obviously your mom, angkat baju, ambil adik and whatnot, understandable. It will be recorded. If you can make it, you make it. Whatever it will be recorded. And I'm not going to put it on Google Classroom because not loading, banyak error. So I'll just give you the YouTube link. Whatever it is, I'll give the YouTube link and put it in English class or in your own individual classes now for you to refer back. I am in the midst of making videos and notes. Apa benda kita explain regarding email, I'm making video again and notes because obviously after chemistry, mathematics, bio, physics, kita pun tak ingat balik dah. Okay. So it's understandable. So again, I'll be giving out the notes and all will be in English channel. Senang supaya all my students are able to get the information, not Google Classroom. Sample essays also will be in English channel, senang. Okay, if there are no questions, I'll see you when I see you down the senang. Abang mana?
Can we take a picture?
Oh, okay. Okay, sure. Not a problem. But where? It depends on you people. You people are great photographers. I'm an oldie. I don't. Yes, sayang. Yes, kena jawab based on notes. Did you go shopping with your mom? You answer yes, you didn't get the marks. Based on the notes, kena tengok, jangan terlepas pandang. Any other questions? It's okay to ask. I beg your pardon? Tired already, yeah. Do you have any class after this? Okay, so yes, no?
Yeah.
And then 2 o'clock you have another class. No wonder he's tired. Okay, so if there are no questions, thank you, darlings. Don't forget to sign in your attendance. Have a great day ahead. Have a great weekend ahead, and all the best in your PSPM. Take care.
Thank you, teacher.
Welcome. Welcome, Imran. Welcome, Tan Lian. Faris Ishan, don't forget to submit your email. Ni Faris Ishan tak left the class lagi ni. Mana kamu pergi Faris Ishan?